Welcome back to the show, everybody. Are we about to see the largest asset managers turn towards XRP, $600 trillion market? Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, $1.17 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is flat. Good afternoon. 26,800 plus for Bitcoin, 1,800 plus for Ethereum. Tether market cap, 82.9 billion plus. XRP is 45 cents. It's up 6.6 on the 7-day, and it's off by 0.7% in the last 24 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it, we've just reopened the group, Digital Perspectives Mastermind group. Amazing community. If you're looking for critical thinking, you're looking to save your time, get your life back, and still keep up to what's going on in this space and have access to some of the brightest minds in this community, it's inside of this group. Click the link underneath it here, and I just want to remind you really quickly here, it's full access private Telegram group, private weekly live streams, private groups and lessons, and I think over 50 lessons now in here, and they're all amazing. Wealth creation mindset courses, intelligent community for critical thinking. You got a yearly special and a monthly membership offered right now in a 3-day trial. Click the link underneath the video before I close the door because I do not keep it open all the time. Make sure you click the link and check this group out and see if it's right for you. I bet you think it is. Today is Bitcoin Pizza Day, everybody. On May 22nd, 2010, Laszlo Laszlo purchased 2 Papa John's pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin, roughly $270 million today. It's one of the earliest well-known purchases in the history of Bitcoin. We hungry bit Hungarians like our pizza, says Grabor Grabox, and shout out to him. Look, I mean, this whole thing here is just an interesting, like, hey, let's see if it's possible. Listen to Laszlo say it right here.
Just posted on the forum, I said, you know, if anybody's interested, I'm offering 10,000 Bitcoins in exchange for some pizza. And somebody there said, hey, I'll take you up on that offer. So I sent him the 10,000 Bitcoin. I said, okay, here it is. I'm waiting for my pizza. And, he phoned it in, he paid with his credit card, and the pizza showed up at my door.
And what I want to know now is what no one really talks about. What did pizza guy do with all the Bitcoin? Did he keep it? Coming storm, ladies and gentlemen. This here from Digital Asset Investor. Shout out to Eleanor Terrett and John Deaton for this clip. You're going to want to know about it. Take a listen here.
I guess when we saw the redacted Hinman emails first time and we saw that comment from Brett, I actually called him up and I said, hey, Brett, I was like, you don't know me, but I work for Fox Business and I've been covering the Ripple place real close for a year and a half. And you're actually mentioned in these documents and there's a quote from you and it's redacted. And I want to, I'm just kind of checking with you about what you said. And he did not tell me. He was like, I'm not going on record about this. But yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to kind of circle back with those people and say, do you have a comment now?
How about it?
Well, I think you're going to be quite busy because there's going to be dozens of people who made comments, some of which are not at the SEC anymore. Most likely they're not going to comment because, they're going to think it's the inappropriate thing to do. But, we're gonna find out, and we're gonna find out soon. And hopefully, I think there's going to be people that are validated, that are in this community, people who have been called certain things and things of that nature.
Yeah, and I think so too. And shout out to John Deaton for saying so. And shout out to Eleanor Terrett for circling back around to some of these folks to see if we can get comment once we get these documents. And a ruling in this case, by the way, which should be any day. Any day. This here is how the SEC really works. Listen to Elon Musk tell you what they did to him. He says it was like having a gun held to your child's head.
I was told by the banks that if I did not agree to settle with the SEC, that the banks would cease providing working capital and Tesla would go bankrupt immediately. So that's like having a gun to your child's head. So I was forced to concede to the SEC.
And there you have it. And how about that for strong arm techniques and tactics? Despicable. Meanwhile, let's focus on what's coming after we get some clarity, ladies and gentlemen. Because that's what we need, is we need clarity. And I know that we all know that. But let's just talk about the size of this market and the idea that Swift or Swift Go could actually get some real competition. And is there anything better in a free market for innovation than competition? The answer is hell no. I can't wait. I want there to be products and companies and protocols to compete with Ripple and the XRP ledger and the full suite of products they offer. I want there to be competition from Swift. I want there to be competition from this one and that one. You name it. Because that's how you get the best at the end of the day, is an open free market with real competition, which we've yet to have, courtesy of this case and the SEC tactics. However, right here from ACI Worldwide here, global leader mission critical real-time payment software today announced the addition of Swift Go, which is a new standard in low-value international payments, enabling consumers and small-medium enterprise customers to send simple, fast, and transparent cross-border payments straight from their bank account, combining the power of Swift GPI and domestic real-time payments infrastructure where possible. Now, is it instant settlement, however, is the other portion to this. I get instant payment, but instant settlement doesn't come up in this article. So again, I'm excited for a free market, a ruling in this case, and for us to see the opportunity for real competition on a level playing field, and let's find out who's got the better tech. And speaking of that, Yoshitaka Kitao, early seed investor in Ripple, head of SBI, says Ripple and Fubon Bank to showcase real estate asset tokenization use case as a part of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority inaugural EHKD pilot program, as well as DeFi, I might add, too. He believes it. He's excited about it. So am I. And so is Cypress Demonacore right here, who wants to show you the size of the market that we're going to be going after here just as soon as we get us a little clarity. Take a look at the size of this market.
As always, dropping the realest information for you all. You want to know why they don't want you involved in crypto? Let's take a look. This came out 30th November 2022. They know these numbers are coming to DLT and blockchain tech. The national value of outstanding over-the-counter OTC derivatives rose to $632 trillion at the end of June 2022. Do you all know who the ISDA is, the International Swaps and Derivatives Association? Pay attention, because what did they just have? The ISDA Annual General Meeting. And what did they go on to discuss about? Finance and crypto derivatives. Here you guys can see their pre-AGM meetings and attendance list, and it goes on to talk about their program agenda. You guys can see down here topics such as digital assets, including cryptocurrencies, right? Straight from the ISDA. Now let's move on to another event that took place. This is City Week. We got cityweek.uk.com. Institutional Adoption and Regulation of Digital Assets Summit. Prerequisites for institutional grade digital assets. Interesting. Who partook in this event? Again, City Week. More than 1,000 top level senior decision makers from the UK overseeing financial institutions. Again, what are they talking about? Cryptocurrencies, institutional adoption. Pay attention to detail. Now, check this out. Let's go even farther. Who was a platinum partner of this event? City Week 2023, KPMG. Let's take a look back in history. Let's go to ripple.com. Right here, you guys can see, what did KPMG have to say about Ripple? Professional services giant KPMG released a report called The Pulse of FinTech. And it says right here, the report also makes some forward-thinking points on the FinTech use case in cross-border payments, pointing out that Ripple is poised to revolutionize this space that is clearly so ripe for reinvention. Don't sleep on utility. Pay attention to detail. The trillions of dollars are coming. This is why they don't want you involved in this market.
And to add to that, shout out to Cypress, give him a follow. But to add to that, if we look at this $600+ trillion market, what we have to ask ourselves is really a question of, if we get the ruling that allows everything to move forward, and I certainly believe to agree we do, and you guys certainly know that I believe there is a portion of this case that will go to distance, and that is for the ultimate clarity for XRP, the asset. Now, I believe secondary market should get that clarity on the ruling and summary judgment, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But if we're looking at more than a $600 trillion market for OTC derivatives and the like, ask yourself, what percentage do you believe Ripple has the chance to capture and settle and bring onto the XRP ledger, albeit the CBDC stablecoin platform or not? To me, this comes down to a matter of percentages. Once we get past the ruling and we get clarity, and I know that that's a big get past moment, but when we get past that, you're past it. And at that point, you have to start asking yourself, how much of the 600+ trillion will we capture and get onto the ledger, which is a decentralized exchange for the world? And don't forget, Medico, which was just purchased outright by Ripple for custody for their institutional clients, also leaned in heavily, talking about a $350 trillion plus market longer term, but 20 trillion moving and skyrocketing 20 trillion in the next few years when it comes to capitalization of tokenized assets. How much of that will be captured and custodied? That, to me, is the real question and where we are now. We could be days, it could be later today. We could be weeks away. But I don't think we're months and months away anymore. And in fact, as you know, I said yesterday lightly, I'm leaning in that we get a decision just around the same time FedNow's about to go live, maybe even just before. Because don't forget, Ripple is a partner to the U.S. Faster Payments Task Force and the U.S. Faster Payments Council, which is the Federal Reserve too. Very exciting times, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting times. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives.